Capcom just released this new game called Pragmata, and I have no idea what to expect, so let's go. Enter my age? Well, no one would ever lie on the internet, so I guess I'll put my real age. Whoa. Whatever that sound was just attacked my ears and I love it. All right, so we're controlling this guy named Hugh who came to this space base with his team, but something happened and his entire crew got wiped out. Then I got saved by this Pragmata, who is an AI child, and Hugh decided to name her Diana. Now she's a backpack that helps me fight off the robots who have all gone rogue. It turns out, without the girl's hacking abilities, these things take way reduced damage, but there was some dialogue that made me think something special might happen if I take one of these out with nothing but my pistol.
Why?
Not sure I can really count on
You can't get by with just your gun, right?
So update, it took like 4 minutes and nothing special happened. Upgrading various items. Change Luna Filament to upgrade weapons and hacking nodes or unlock new abilities. And weapons, look at that, that looks like a shotgun. Oh, it's a force field gun. Look at the little green icon next to no data. It shoots a ball. I got pre-order bonuses. Check this out. That looks so cool, actually. I'm calling it now. This shelter is actually like, it holds a deep dark secret, and that's gonna be like the final area is deep in the shelter. It's gonna like open up somewhere. Ride the train. Equip mods? Is this Warframe? So here's how the combat actually works. You aim with the left trigger and shoot with right trigger, just like any other shooter. Where things get unique is that while aiming, you get a little hacking menu to navigate through with the 4 face buttons, square, triangle, X, and circle. Your goal is to hit as many blue points as possible before finishing the hack by touching the green square. This leaves the enemy exposed for longer, meaning they take increased damage from your guns. All the while, you've got to dodge, manage stamina, and keep an eye on your ammo, as well as when the hack is going to run out. It sounds like a lot, and it is, but all the systems work extremely well together, and everything winds up feeling quite intuitive pretty quickly. Another thing that's surprising me is how much exploration and platforming is interweaved between combat encounters. The level design feels like it's encouraging curiosity, and more often than not, I'm being rewarded for wandering off the beaten path. Oh, I got it. Nice. Is this a shotgun? Oh boy. Yeah. That's pretty good. Roast beef in the 3rd floor cafeteria. I'm on my way. No, I've never played Dead Space, but this feels very Dead Space coded. Scattered throughout the levels, there are these things you can pick up called rems that you can gift to Diana, which simulate some stuff from Earth for her to play around with. And it's really wholesome.
What are all these lines? I don't see those on the real Earth.
She's creating like 10 natural catastrophes right now. At least.
Is, yeah. Every time the hand slaps
Ah!
Oh shit.
Where'd the wall go?
Where'd the wall
It's
go?
Dark Souls! The Holo Wall. It's where they hide the Hololive. Crayons! I love crayons. They're so tasty. Oh, they're loading me up on guns. First boss time? Yeah. First boss time.
Ready?
Alright, here we go. As the introductory boss, I was excited to see what the game felt like with a truly huge threat demanding me to address it. And I gotta say, it felt pretty good. The attacks were really well telegraphed, and enough weapons were scattered throughout the arena that I didn't feel stuck with my dinky pistol for damage. After certain barrages, the boss would also take a brief pause, which was my time to hack or take paw shots at its exposed weak points. At set phase transitions, you get the ability to do a critical shot, and while they did do a nice chunk of damage, it generally just meant the boss was gonna do different things now. While fun and challenging, it was still the first boss, so I took it out first try. And it dropped a key that let us move on to the next area. New York City, but on the moon. Also, apparently known as Frametown because my recording got really framey in this area even though the game was running perfectly fine. So I can't share too much footage from this, but there are a few things I saw that I wanted to point out. Oh, holy actual resident. Oh, look at this.
Wait. Resident Devil.
It's Resident Evil and DMC combined, bro. Resident Devil 3. A Wesker production? All right. Check this out. Yes! Look at that. Expertly done. Where the heck do I go from here? No clue. In fact, I think I shouldn't have done this, but hold on. Check this out. No, I got this, girl. They can't touch me. They clearly want you to play the game as intended. However, who in their right mind would sit here shooting a thing for 18 damage a pop? Nobody would do that. Me, I'm nobody. Now, would it be more fun to actually engage with the game's mechanics? Absolutely. It sure would, but this is funnier. Also, there might be an achievement for, like, taking down 10 bots without the help of hacking. You know? Probably not. But there could be. There could be. There might even be a section of the game where it's like, you can't hack. Good luck. The boss of this section was huge and added another element to the gameplay. It would start erecting these jammers on its body that prevented hacking until they were destroyed. Since it commanded so much space, you also wanted to be pretty far away from the thing, which encouraged me to use the new weapon I had unlocked very recently, the railgun. All in all, this boss was a massive step up from the previous one and actually delivered my very first game over. But after we took it out, it was time to move on to greener pastures. We grab this. Oh no! Okay. I mean, all according to Keikaku. At this point, I also unlocked training missions. Think VR missions in Metal Gear Rising. They're various different maps with specific goals set up. Okay. Reach target area. Destroy all storage boxes and complete within 60 seconds. And I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff, so of course I was gonna be doing all of them. There's no functional benefit, but if you complete the main goal and both side goals in a single run, you get this nifty little crown that displays on the mission. Just for those completionists out there, which I think is pretty cool. Like, check out how creative this mission was. I'm supposed to survive these lasers they're throwing at me for 50 seconds without dodging and without taking damage if I want to get that gold crown. Oh boy. Oh. They're gonna change it, huh? No? Okay. Oh! We're good. Hell yeah. First try. No dodging, no damage. Anyway, back to the main mission. We're supposed to find this trapped girl named 8. But after this cool gauntlet, I was rewarded with something even better. Oh my goodness. A or B, and then A or B again. Walkers and an impeder, or 2 watchers and 2 impeders. I like this choose your own destiny type. What? Okay. Pulse carbine, you know what? I'll take it. Did feel like that pistol was getting a little outdated. The pulse carbine replaces the pistol and it trades damage for rapid shots and heat buildup. You can think of an enemy's heat gauge like a stagger bar, and once it fills up, they get opened up for a critical shot. So while the weapon itself is generally weaker, I'm a big fan of this heat mechanic. I was starting to get to a point in the game where upgrading my health would have been a good idea, but... What? I got electrodeaded? Okay. Can you upgrade your suit to take a couple more hits? No. Those upgrade points are for more damage, man. Look at that. Like, I could get defense and HP. No thanks. Randomly the sea. It's so pretty, though. Area 4. And then they introduced my favorite enemy type. And by favorite, I mean this thing creeped me out. There we are. Okay, that's not creepy at all. Invisible spider enemy, hello. Ooh, a chest. Oh, ah, ah! What the?
Oh no.
Okay. That was cool, but oh my god! Holy crap, that was terrifying. And here I thought the view couldn't get any better. Look at that curve. Take that, flat earthers. What do you say about this, huh? It's clearly round. Invisible things genuinely give me the heebie-jeebies. So if you guys haven't seen the trailer for the game, they show that card at the end. It says 2026, it's real XD. So pretty often you'll encounter these areas marked with caution that indicate big gauntlet fights, full of enemies that don't respawn once you clear them. I was finishing up this one when something really strange happened. There we are. What? I'm sorry? What happened? I guess... because I died at the same time I did it? It thinks it's cleared on this attempt? Like the clear carried over somehow? You know what? I'm not gonna punch a gift horse in the mouth. If Terradome's so great, then why isn't there a Terradome 2? Oh, wait. The boss of the Terradome was another banger of a fight. It would place mines on the ground so that you had to pay attention to where you were moving, but you could also hack them to turn them to your advantage. Oh no. Okay. Am I gonna have to hack? Oh, not today. It also had specific moves designed to be dodged by jumping, and I found that really cool. That they were encouraging not just diagonal movement, but vertical as well. Yeah! Whew. Alright, that was intense. Low gravity. Ooh, the distance and airtime of jumps and thrusters is extended in the reduced gravity of space.
I'm getting used to.
Oh, oh no.
Look at the size of that.
Nah, screw you. I'm safe. Oh,
Easy for
I'm taking this fucking thing down. It can be killed, bro. It's taking damage. It can be killed. Yeah. Oh.
hell yeah. That'll teach it not to mess with us.
We did enough damage to it. Make it go away. Okay. I'll take it. At the end of the mines, I got to fight the big worm again, and while it did have some extra moves compared to its earlier encounter, it wasn't that much harder. Story-wise, after getting past the Luna Digger, we were finally able to reboot the evil AI that has been causing us so many issues. Only to find out that was the actual evil AI's plan all along. We had a quick snack, and then it was on to the home stretch. While progressing through the final area of the game, I found a mod called Curse, which increased all my damage by 20% in exchange for halving my HP. You know, the HP that I haven't been leveling up at all. And that's when I found out about an awesome mechanic that I love to see in video games: one-shot protection. What that means is if I would take damage while above a certain percentage of health, instead of outright killing me, it would leave me at 1. Since my health was so low, a gentle breeze could deplete my health bar. But thanks to this one-shot protection, even though I was running this stupid build, the game still felt fair and balanced, because I had a chance to recover from messing up instead of instantly dying. The last mandatory encounter before the final boss was insanely hard. Oh, there's multiple.
Be careful.
Ah, yeah, that's my bad. But that's because I had been sleeping on my defensive weapons. This barrier generator was actually so strong. It pretty much made these last few enemies a joke. All right. So the barrier's kind of busted. Now, I don't want to give away too much of the ending, but the final boss looked awesome, was really fun to fight, and provided quite the challenge to boot. Also, I'm pretty sure I totally skipped the second phase. No.
No more second guessing, guys. Just do it. Now's our chance.
Okay, I think I just skipped phase 2. Awesome. Though I'm not sure what happened here at the end when it didn't take any hacking damage and then it started charging up what looked like a giant attack. Don't know what that was, but we did it. So is that it? Did I beat the game? If so, what a beautiful game. It's not over. It's not over. We're gonna end up using this eraser cannon or something. And we did end up using that eraser cannon in an on-rails section that felt like something straight out of Armored Core 6. Awesome. There is a bit more to the ending here, but that's something you're gonna have to play and watch for yourself. After you beat the game, you can load up your save file for a bit of extra content that basically amounts to the toughest VR missions, and you also get to re-challenge every boss from the main story, but this time they're much harder than before. You also unlock Lunatic difficulty, which can be started from a new game. At the time of recording this, I've only just started Lunatic difficulty, but so far I really like what I've seen. As you might expect, enemies are tankier and do more damage, but the cool thing is that they're also given new attacks. For example, I got tripped up by this one right here. Normally, this enemy just stomps the ground and you dodge it by jumping, but on Lunatic difficulty, they gave him an additional move where he does a really long charge up, and if you try to jump and dodge it like you normally would, you're gonna land, realize the attack hasn't happened yet, start freaking out, and then boom, it gets you. Oh, that's okay. So I'm really excited to see what other enemies have in store for me going forward. But for now, my closing thoughts on the game. It's an extremely wholesome, tight-knit story that pulls at your heartstrings, and it keeps you engaged from start to finish. At least it did for me. I didn't touch on a lot of the smaller details like the random conversations that Hugh and Diana have while you're just out exploring, or the chats you can have at home base that lead to Diana drawing things for you. You really have to experience it yourself to get the full impact. And if you've made it this far into the video and you haven't played the game yourself, I give it my highest recommendation that you do. It's got a little bit of everything. Action, slice of life, strategy, you name it. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today, so thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Sayonara.